Hello everyone, and welcome to our Let's Play series of Dragon Age Origins. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today because I'm leaving to the party camp. But more than anything, I wasn't expecting not to have access directly to the town of Haven. We just exited to the world map from the temple that we were at last episode, which is weird. It's weird. Anyway, we are here because there's gifts for everybody, and everybody's gonna rejoice because gifts are gifts, and this is nice. It's nice stuff. By type. Sort by type, because I think that's gonna sort the gifts all into the same spot. Hopefully, there's a bedroom key. That's not the gift. Actually, I don't know where that goes, and I probably don't need it, but I guess that's that. We don't have all of them. So these are all gifts together. We also don't have Loghain, and maybe that's a good thing. And we got Zevran. Now Zevran, I think, is gonna teach us about being a murderer, basically, because I want to know.
You have excellent taste.
But yeah. Also, Antivan leather boots. A handsome pair of boots made of luxurious Antivan doe skin. Yeah, remember him talking about the boots?
That smell. This is Antivan leather, isn't it? I would know that anywhere. I don't know how you found it, but thank you.
I thought he was going to talk about the smell of feet. In Portuguese, we have a word specifically for the smell of feet. Not just the smell of, the stink of feet, the sweat of feet. And there's a word for that. And it's a funny word because it's a funny word. It's the smell of feet. It's chulé. Chulé. I thought he was going to talk about chulé. There's no such thing in English. You don't... English people don't smell from the feet. I've never heard of such thing. I don't know how I found it. I don't know either. I don't remember. Oh no, wait. Was it in Haven? Maybe. What are you waiting for? Try them on.
But I'm not finished admiring them yet. Can you smell that? Like rotting flesh. Just like back in Antiva City. Now, if only you could find me a prostitute or two. A bowl of fish chowder and a corrupt politician. I'd really feel like I was home. And the feet as well. Marvelous.
For 13 plus, the crows send their regards. Zevran shows an affinity for the finer things in life, he does. Item received... I received an item? I did? Oh, he gave me his old boots. I don't need your old boots. Did you actually equip them? He did. What? That's funny. That's funny. And also a skill, which is nice. Yeah, he got minor dexterity. Good for me. Zevran, hi.
I've a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Why would I do anything wait, that sort of sounds... I don't know. Is this after... Oh, let's go with that one. Is this after I ravish you in celebration?
Of course it is afterwards. The ravishing part is a given. One simply assumes that once your Grey Warden business is finished, you would have no need of an assassin to follow you about. Am I wrong?
I was sort of thinking the ravishing part is also the what I do with you. Because, like, literally, that's... I mean... Well, anyway, Wait, let's take him seriously, though. One simply assumes that Grey Warden, you'd need an assassin to follow you about. Oh, I see. I could always use a friend.
Oh, not more than friends?
We'll have to see, won't we?
Indeed we shall. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
He's by far, in a way, the most flirtatious character in the party, so I just reciprocate in kind. But I don't know if there's any sort of... I don't know what happens Wynne scares me with her conversation about love and whatever, specifically with Liliana. I don't know what it. I don't know if it's a possibility that basically we get locked into a specific quest line with a specific character or stuff like that. So I want to keep my options open for right now. And specifically when he's talking about what comes after and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see as the game progresses, I guess. And as I get more gifts, let's find them out. So other type, and I have these. That's and that's that actually. Aw. Hey Liliana.
I'm here for you.
Oh, speaking of which, bye. Actually, wait.
I'm here for you.
Need to talk. I can press escape. And yeah, so it's basically the same conversations that we had before. I think he might have new ones.
What is your desire?
Can you teach others to be an assassin?
I suppose the crows are already furious, yes? What harm is another tweak to their nose? If you wish to be trained in the basics of an assassin, I can certainly show you. Or anyone else who is also a rogue. It shall be fun. I will make it fun. I promise.
That's quite a skill right there. Being capable of making it fun to become an assassin. So, I might... Did I... Oh, I can't do it. Can Liliana, though? Because I chose... Oh, yeah, she can. So she chose a bard. And I can get her to be an assassin. Which is actually pretty good. Oh, she also has... I haven't leveled her up at all. Let's get that cunning up. I think that is a good compromise. Combat training, master combat training, absolutely. Some stealing up in there. Assassin. Let's look at what we have here. Although we already had the ability with Zervan anyway. The assassin marks a target, revealing weaknesses that others can exploit. All attacks against the marked target deal. That's actually pretty amazing for an archer. And that's what... Zervan is not, though. She doesn't... Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see what we have. A keen eye and a killer instinct help the assassin exploit a target's weak points. During a successful backstab attack, the assassin gains additional damage based on cunning. Whenever a backstab deals enough damage, the assassin's foe is riddled with bleeding, wounds that inflict additional damage for a short time. And then this requires level 16, which we don't have yet. The assassin thrives on the moment of that. So this would be nice for me, actually. These ones over here, because I backstab so much. But well. We'll do other things. Specifically, getting masteries on here is always nice, I suppose. The assassin thrives on moment of death. Stamina is partially restored whenever the assassin fells an opponent with a backstab. And then the bard over here. So the bard sings an ancient... Is that hell? That's sustained. Yeah. Does she actually do that? I forgot that she does. The bard's performance, replete with dizzying flourishes, it is designed to distract and confuse the target foes who it was... The target forgets who it was fighting and becomes disoriented unless it passes a mental resistance check. The bard launches into an epic song of the party's exploits, granting them bonuses to attack, damage, and critical chance. The size... Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. I'll go with that. Let's change the party a little bit today. Or, you know, whenever we get out of the camp. Captivating song over here. The bard begins to... Oh, that's higher level. This is only level 12 for the bard. For the assassin, it's level 16. The bard begins an entrancing song that stuns hostile targets nearby unless they pass a mental resistance check every few seconds. Continuing, the song does not drain stamina, but the bard cannot move or take any other action while singing. That's super powerful, isn't it? I think that might be incredibly, incredibly powerful. So melee archer, yeah, these are also pretty important. We got some of that over there. Scattershot is the one that stuns people and the worst. So we don't need that as much, even though it would be good, but because she has that over there. Master archer, but the thing is, that's so nice. Those are so nice. I need these though. Experience fighting in tight quarters has taught the archer to fire without interruption, even when being attacked. The archer carefully places each shot for maximum effect while in this mode. And then this one is a passive. No, they're also stains. This is the passive one over here, though. Which is actually pretty good. Critical shot. That's activated. Finding a chink in the target's defense. That's pretty good. Let's go with that. And what about this one? Arrow of Slaying. The archer generates an automatic critical hit if this shot finds its target. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Let's go with that. Okay. And she's leveled up, and of course she gets something. So,
what is your desire?
Can you answer some
All right,
questions?
but I get to...
Nope. No questions. Ween. Hi.
What's on your mind?
Can I ask you something?
Cure me. What? Am I
Wait.
sick now?
I thought I was asking you that. I think I asked her if I could cure her. You're a little dead. I guess death isn't... No, in a sense.
Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child. Your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
It's... Well, it's also not something to embrace. I don't fear death, it's the dying that scares me. Is it? It does. Would it for my character? I don't think it would. I'd rather be alive, really.
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough.
That's one way of looking at it. I thought for a moment that she was... Because she was almost making a tremendous point. She almost made the best point that I would have ever seen. For me. Just, of course, for me. Regarding this issue. And of course you're free to disagree because it's a very personal thing, of course. The best point. What is even that? What I mean is, when she says, people don't fear death, they fear having their life taken away from them. And I thought she was gonna say, like, if somebody gets taken away from their family, or put in prison and stuff like that, that is, or I don't know, just exiled or something like that, that is a form of death as well. It's not literal death in the sense that, you know, we have a very specific and biologically based definition of life and death, and rightly so, because that's what the words are meant. But the fear might still... I thought she was going to say that. The fear is still the same, the losing, the loss. For some people, the loss is the fear. That's where the fear of death comes from. But not for everybody, I would say, judging from my own experience and from the people that I've talked about with this. But then she went on to say, no, it's cool. I'm good. I did the adventuring. I fucked a ghost. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to swear. This game doesn't swear. But anyway, she did. She banged a ghost. And so she's like, I've done it, boy. You don't even like, I got it in. Anyway, so you're content.
I think I've led a good life. A full life. And I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
She might have also been...
What's on your mind?
Talking from a more pragmatical standpoint as well, because we have the spirit going to the fate and all that. Do you have any regrets at all?
I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life, made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else.
Tell me. It might make you feel better.
Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
Sounds like a familiar story, although I'm not sure my character would be self-aware enough to recognize. That's more or less, well, Actually, yeah, he's not necessarily mistrustful of humans. He's more conscious of the power dynamics rather than necessarily the racial dynamics. At least the way I conceive of Baelor. Let's see. I can see how this could be trouble, and you took him from his people and put him in the tower. Humans like you? Oh, that's an interesting retort. But the mages treat the elves and humans alike. I would like to know more about this. I don't know about that. My character does, clearly, or can know if I choose to say that. That might not be true either. Like, even that might be. Actually, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to hear what she has to say about this, precisely because it very likely isn't true. If you're gonna employ people who have been enslaved and, well, not employ, I guess, but you know, it's the mages, so they're basically kidnapped. But it's still the same principles anyway, to create this distinction. But if you're gonna take people who have been enslaved together with people who have been the slavers effectively, or benefited from that slavery. Slavery is it's a complicated word because the Lion Age. This is more more of an apartheid regime. Segregation is the correct word, I believe. But still, if you can treat them both the same. I mean, you can treat them both the same, but that doesn't mean you're actually treating them both the same. Imagine you're giving. You treat women and men the same. Let's give an example, and you give them all urinols. Yeah, you're not. That's not. You know. That's. Yeah, you're treating them alike, right? So, and specifically when it comes to, I would say elves have a very different. I would say elves have a very different way of becoming mages than humans typically do, specifically because of the inherent mistrust for authority, maybe. Or maybe they were just so, maybe the other way around, just being more subjugated already to certain things. I don't know. Maybe humans are more self-entitled. Just, you know, not necessarily, not because of their any racial traits or anything, which do exist in this world, evidently, but more just because of the, you know, upbringing, and specifically about the segregation that I was talking about. Let's go with that one, see what she has to say.
All he knew of the humans was what he had seen in the alienage. He was very wary of us. What Aneurin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home. Time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential just to be difficult.
It sort of sounds like she did treat him the same as she would treat a human. Or somebody that didn't grow up in a lion age. Because if she treated an elf that had not grown up in an lion age, she wouldn't have this problem. Although, considering what we know of the other elves, then they might have different takes on that as well. What did he think of you?
Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. He might have thought I was a demon in disguise. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
Better late than never? No, not when it comes to mages. What happened to Aneurin?
Aneurin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
Who hunted him down?
The Templars. That is what they do. They hunt down and neutralize rogue mages. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
It's not your fault, Wynne, is an interesting line. I was almost gonna click there. I was saying it because I was gonna click on it. It's super is her fault. Well, in more ways than one. The fact that that other ways exist, in other ways in which it is her fault exist, other than just that she drove him away, or what did she put it like? I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell. Oh no, she didn't say it in this sentence. But anyway, other than that, there's other ways as well. Just being part of the. It sounds like it's a very. Yeah, it's what I was saying before about treating them equally. I wouldn't be surprised if elves just get turned into Maleficard a lot more than humans do, simply because the training regime is made to suit better suit humans than it does to elves, especially those who have been who aren't in the chantry and all that already, who aren't already sort of inside of the culture. I'm not really sure about the elves though, of the Alanian Age, at least the ones that we grew up in. I don't think they're not fans of Andraste, are they? Or maybe they are. I don't remember. But to say like I was gonna say that because I saw the second one and it was gonna say that was cruel of them. It wasn't their fault. I mean, it was more her fault than it was their fault. It was their fault just the same as it was hers because they are part of the system. But it was also hers because of the immediacy of her driving him away. But I'm still gonna say the first one. I don't know if I want to say the first one. I'm not gonna say it because it doesn't even fit my character. It super does not fit my character. I was gonna say that because it's the one that it's gonna make her get me the most points. I suppose. I hope she surprises me though. Well, I guess you learned your lesson.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed in Aaron. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
Maybe he did find the Dalish.
The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Aneurin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student.
Then maybe his sacrifice was worthwhile.
And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
Huh. For somebody that started off... Yeah, she's keeping... There's a whole quest there. For somebody that started off saying that she doesn't dwell in the past, it basically shaped her to be who she is. Or, well, she sounds like she is anyway, in regards to all the training that she does and all that sort of stuff. The fact that she lost somebody early on. Huh.
What's on your mind?
Can I ask about the circle?
I will answer to the best of my ability.
And that's basically that. Okay. Liliana, I'll see you later. Alistair. Hey.
I'm wondering something. I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions. Do you mind if I ask?
Ooh, gossip. Go ahead. Yeah, time for juicy gossip, I take it.
I've got this nefarious plan to go around to each of them and secretly tell them all the nasty things you said. That way they'll mutiny and I shall become the group leader.
Very cute. So, I'm... no, that would be... Oh, would that be interesting? I wonder if he can take it as well as deal it. Or dish it out? I don't know. Let's go with that. Just so you know, I'm laughing at you, not with you.
Ouch, now I'm wounded. Look at me, bleeding all over the place. You're just not very nice, are you?
Oh, come
Seriously,
on.
though, I'm only curious. I've had enough time to form my own opinions, and I just want to see if yours are any different.
Who do you want to ask about?
Zevran,
Whom?
the elf.
Whom do you
You
want?
can't trust him, can you? Do you believe his so-called vow?
Yeah, I actually do.
Really? Why? That's a lot of trust to put in someone who tried to kill you.
I don't think he'll try it again.
That's very trusting of you. I guess you must have your reasons. What about
You could
Sten?
ask the reasons.
The way he looks at me with those eyes. Creepy. And he's so quiet for someone so big.
There's no reason to be frightened of Sten.
I know. The more I talk to him, the more it seems like his philosophy is not so vile as the Chantry describes it. It's an odd thing to think, and yet, he killed all those people. He doesn't even deny it. Doesn't that bother you?
We're all killers, Alistair. I will certainly not say that, because we're not so different, you and I, is the worst thing. He's absolutely the worst thing. Also, he's specifically talking about his attitude is just super bad. Yeah, it does bother me. A little.
Yet he seems otherwise honorable and even wise.
Eh.
I don't get it.
What is honor
What
anyway?
about Liliana?
Oh.
Is she crazy?
What?
Or do you really believe in her vision?
I don't know if she believes in her vision. Although, that's what I was gonna say. Although this line is close enough, and I like it as well. I believe that she believes in her vision.
That's one way to put it. I noticed that you and her have become close. Am I right?
Yeah, we did it.
The rest of us have talked about it.
Oh, you did? You talk about us?
You think we have better things to do than gossip about you? You give us far too much credit.
You just said
Is
it.
it true or not?
Yeah, we have a connection. We did it. We did
I
it.
thought so.
I think.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing. I don't know what
Oh.
to make of her.
I know what I'm doing.
If you look at her when she doesn't see you, she just looks so sad. I almost feel guilty taking her away from her life.
Huh. Well, it was her choice.
Yes, I know. Still, I feel badly for her. Morrigan, do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for some other reason than she said.
You really don't like each other, do you?
Well, aside from the fact that she's a complete and utter bitch, no, I don't like her at all. Why, do you?
I've just thought of that song, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, something or other. I don't remember who that is from. I just know that little bit. Well, she and I have a connection.
Great. So they were right. Well, it's your funeral. Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Let's get back to it. Well, actually, let's get done with it, because we are out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Dragon Age Origins. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.